Hey, I'm Chris, and I'm building a fantasy strategy card game from scratch. There's no funding, no publisher, just a handful of friends trying to make a game in our spare time that would actually want to play. Join me behind the scenes as I take you through a look at the monthly chaos, the wins, and the questionable decisions behind Kingdoms of Arailia. This is our devlog. So I didn't actually set out to make a game, I just wanted to tell a story, and that story turned into a novel, and then that novel turned into a game. So when building the game, I really didn't know where to start, so naturally I opened Excel, and that's really where the journey of Kingdoms of Arailia began. So, what is Kingdoms of Arailia? It's an online strategy card game built from a world I've been crafting for years, and it's been brought to life by a small but very dedicated team. So in this series, I'll take you right behind the scenes, from design to disasters, from coding to more disasters, just really the full journey. But first, we do need to go back in time. Like most things, it really did come from fragile beginnings, but perhaps if there's one thing I love more than gaming, it's world building. So I built a world for my first novel, but starting another one, I really wanted to go deeper, be it cultures, cities, histories, even different counting systems. I really wanted to be thorough, and there's over 100 pages of details and still growing to this day. Fast forward to 2 years, and you could say perhaps like an apple falling from a tree, it really came to me that I did want to build a game, but I really did want a world which players could feel engrossed in, even if I didn't quite have the budget or the ability to build a sprawling RPG. And strategy games are as good as part of my blood, and a strategy game, well, that's something I thought I could do. And so I returned to Excel, and as we stare at glorious good of sales, I'll pass you over to past Chris. Fortunately for yourselves, I didn't think to record my face.
So currently I'm testing some different game ideas. Some are more chance based, but I want something easy to pick up with a deep strategic ceiling. I've chosen the core design and enriching the rules. The first cards are also coming together, all from the world, military ranks, mysterious monsters, and some characters from the novel. For testing I've played solo a lot, and oh my, manual stat tracking, drawing cards, using a random number generator, everything is taking forever. But it works. I think now I'm ready to turn it digital. Just need to learn how to code. I started by creating some basic logic and have now moved on to this very basic game. But hey, gotta start somewhere. Honestly though, no idea how anyone learned before AI. Every time I break the code, which is every time I touch it, it not only fixes it, but teaches me. Will AI hold up for the advanced stuff? Probably not, but as a beginner, quite literally, game changing. I've come to a realisation, I'm not going to be able to code this alone. But I do want the game to be in a solid place before bringing others on board. So in the meantime, I've started designing more factions, and as great prophet Olivia Newton-John said, it's time to get physical. So me and Katie stayed up late last night, printing and laminating, and I got up early as wanted to get them done as we were flying out to Munich. Yes, I packed 100 laminated cards in my suitcase for Frühlingsfest, which is essentially the Spring Oktoberfest for those who don't know, or lots of drinking for those who still don't know. Here in Munich, I've cut them free, and so the first physical test has just been completed. We had to use many counters, and it actually worked surprisingly well. But yeah, holding the cards made it all feel real. And we're done just in time for a small party. Testing has continued, but I've just broken my hand in 3 places. Yeah, it's pretty rough. But I don't want to look back on this period as a time that held me back. So I decided I'm going to start building a team. Job adverts are now out there, and big news, I have the first official recruit. I searched far and wide, and who have I found? Katie, my girlfriend. I started doing artist and dev interviews at the same time. Very bad idea. Lost nearly every evening for weeks. But yeah, finally I've landed a great dev. He's super confident and I'm super happy. And artists are soon to follow. It's 1 week since my last update, and the dev has just left. Crushing. Yeah, they got headhunted and wanted to commit everything to it. And so is the challenge of being a part-time role, which will only see returns when the game releases. After everything, it really does feel like a gut punch. I thought the toughest part was over. But yeah, turns out not quite. Artists are now on board, which is great, and had the first team meeting. But now really feeling the pressure to get a dev, and seeing what a great dev can bring. My standards have been raised, perhaps too high, and time really is ticking. Big news, a new dev has joined. Marketers are also on board, which is huge for an indie team. This really does feel like a turning point. Every planned role is filled, a team of 8 we're set, ready to go full steam ahead. I can't believe it. The new dev has got injured, and pretty badly, so he's had to leave. Obviously I feel terrible for him, but also the team are depending on me to get this game developed. So it's back to the drawing board and the slog that is recruiting.
So that was Kingdoms of Arailia's journey, from concept to stumbling beginnings, and several armies catching a flight with me for free. So if you're into strategy games, lore, or just want to see how an indie game comes together, join me next time to see what happens next. Rest assured, there was, and still is, a long road ahead.